shit's in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just tryna be safe.
Let's get to a sports talk.
Standard when assessing Lamar. The Hall of Famer also said that the Ravens have found a way to use Lamar's dynamic skills and that the bottom line is the fact that he was wrong about the Ravens QB. Appreciate that honesty. Shannon, what is your reaction to this?
I'm glad he admitted it. And the analysis that he used, Skip, was white guy, 6'4.5", 6'5", 230. They just drop back and throw it because the team that he's built, Buffalo, Jim Kelly, Indianapolis.
Wait, did he say that? Or
No, I'm saying that's his analysis. That's what.
Oh, that's his analysis. That's his mindset.
Right.
Okay.
No. That's not what he said. No, I'm saying that's the framework in which he's using for a quarterback.
Right.
So anything that's outside of that,
Yep.
he can't. It's like this, Skip. He can't see outside because the blinder says the quarterback needs to be 6'4.5", 230, 240 pounds, drop back passer. Well, Lamar Jackson, he said, in Baltimore has done a great job using the skill set. Skip, every quarterback that plays in the NFL that is successful has a system that's really catered to what they do well. They're not running the read option with Drew Brees. They bring Taysom Hill to run that, Skip. Aaron Rodgers is in an offense. Aaron Rodgers couldn't run with the offense that Lamar Jackson. Why would you put him in that? That's not his skill set. So to say, well, everybody does that. Peyton Manning had an offense that utilized his skill set.
Sure.
So that's what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
So this notion, when you hear people say, well, you have to run a system, especially for
Now that everyone's seeing how Lamar Jackson played, now everyone want to say he could be a QB now. You were just saying he should have switched and went to a wide receiver. Now that you see he having success with the Ravens, now you backtracking what you said. No, you got to keep that same energy that you brought when he got drafted. Well, before he got drafted. You said he should change his position and become a wide receiver. Don't backtrack now. You got to keep that same energy what you was talking about. He proving everybody wrong that he could be a QB. All you do is just got to get him to a right coach. Just get a system that fit him. And this system he in right now, it fitting him. And he having success. Now he changing everybody's mind. Now everybody want to hop on the bandwagon and say, yeah, he could be a QB. No, you said he should switch his position. Don't backtrack down.
Cap, every quarterback that's successful has a system that's catered to their skill set. That's what makes them successful. Guys are successful when you have a system, be it offense or defense, Skip, that caters to their skill set. Hell, we weren't trying to block 50 plays a game. We had an offense that was catered to what I do really well. Yeah, block the backside a couple of times. You have to block front side, but get down the field, Shannon. Can you get down the field? Can you be a matchup? So, look, it's disappointing because it's also lazy analysis, Skip. Skip, they make it seem like the dude ran the single wing in college. He won the Heisman and he threw for over 3,000 yards both years. His junior year, Skip, was actually better than his sophomore year in which he won the Heisman.
I'm looking at the numbers and that's pretty true. Yep. it's close,
yes.
but it's, yeah, you're right.
And so, and when you look at it, but Skip, not even give it to say, oh, yeah, he should transfer to wide receiver. Bill has been around this game long enough. Skip, there have been two positions, and people don't realize, and I was talking to Steve, and he said he didn't know that. There have been two positions that they felt that black men could not play in the NFL. It was the quarterback and the center position. Because the center position is responsible for all the line calls. And they see, the quarterback, well, you got to process information. You got to be able to think on your feet. And for the longest time, they had a hard time wrapping their minds around a black man can think on his feet.
Wait, the Miami Dolphins of the 70s had Dwight Stevenson?
He came in the 80s. He came in the 80s. He came in the 80s.
I thought he was in the 70s.
No, Dwight came in the 80s. Actually, he came in. He might have came in after Marino. He might have came in with Marino. Yeah, Dwight. Yeah, but he had a short career. But you think about Skip. You go back to,
and he proving you wrong. This day and age, you gotta have your mobile quarterback. That's why the Ravens have success, because they have a mobile quarterback. You can't doubt someone until you see them play in the NFL. You ain't even get him a try. You just told him he need a transfer to a wide receiver. No, he believed in himself. And look what he's doing now. He could possibly win the MVP this year. Anyone can play quarterback. You can't tell someone to transfer to wide receiver. Other people that do that know they're not going to get no play time. That's why they switch over. He was a first-round draft pick. Eventually, you know the Ravens are going to go to him and put the franchise on him. And he's living up to everything he said. I can play this position. You can't doubt someone until you see what they do in the NFL, and he's doing it. Because he got the right coach that's fitting his skill sets.
And even said they were not the black centers. And then all of a sudden they're like, hold on, we can give them that responsibility. They can make line calls. They can reroute the line. And then the quarterbacks, you know, we've seen guys lose their jobs for saying, you know, blacks couldn't process information and couldn't handle, you know, couldn't think on their feet.
Yep.
So I'm just disappointed that Bill Polian, being around the game as long as he has, knows that
he's in the Hall of Fame.
He is, Skip. Being around the game as long as he has, Skip, knows that guys and ability come in a lot of shapes and packages. Nothing is, you just can't say, okay, well, if it's not this, it won't work. And the way the NFL is set up now, Skip, is different. Guys, when Bill was building teams, Skip, everything was 21 personnel. You had 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 backs. Very, very few teams play 21 personnel, which is 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 backs. Everybody's basically 11 personnel, Skip, or they're playing, you know, basically 4 wide receivers in 1 back. So I'm glad at the end of the day, to make a long story short, I'm glad he apologized. I'm glad he admitted he was wrong.
Okay. Can we be clear on one point before I launch on this? I don't think you're accusing Bill Polian of being racist, right?
No.
You're just saying he's got this arch-conservative mindset that was developed in the 60s and 70s, whereby he sees that position as a quote-unquote white position. Because he did draft. He made one great move in his career.
Look what happened. You thinking a 6'5", 6'6" quarterback, like a white quarterback, could be quick on his feet. He could run the position right. I seen a couple of them out of the league now. Brian Osweiler, retired. It's a lot of them that ain't even playing no more. Had opportunities and couldn't live up to it. You can't doubt someone because you still stuck in that mind frame of the 70s. This is a whole new era. The game had changed. It fit everything for the QB to be successful, to put up points for his team. This is a whole new era. It's not the same. The rules change for everything, so the offense can play good, so the offense can put up more points. And he fit this era. This is different. You got to get out that mind frame of back then. This is now. Times have changed.
He drafted Peyton Manning over Ryan Leaf. So his vision of that position is 6 feet 5 inches, son of Archie Manning, and happens to be a white guy.
When you have success drafting a particular type of, if you look at the Steelers, look at how they draft wide receivers. They have success. They drafted that from Antonio Brown to Emmanuel Sanders to Juju Schuster. The guys are all basically about the same height.
Interesting.
They don't get no 6'5" receivers. All of those guys are like 5'10"ish. James Washington. All of those guys are quick, fast. about the same height. And he had success drafting a Peyton Manning, had success building with the Buffalo Bills and Jim Kelly. So I said, well, this is the only way I can build a team.
Okay. So just for the record, this is the path that Bill Polian took. He was born in the Bronx, so he's not from the deep South. Okay, so he's born in the Bronx. He went to NYU, New York University. They didn't even have football. They don't have football at NYU. And he played on the club football team there. Then he bounced around in the CFL and the USFL. And then he landed with the Buffalo Bills in 1984. And he didn't draft Jim Kelly or acquire him, but he built around him teams that went to 4 straight Super Bowls. They did lose, but he built teams that got there. So he's
Bruce
really
Smith,
good.
Thurman
A
Thomas,
whole lot of
Cornelius
great picks that he made. And then he went to the Colts, and he did draft Peyton, and he built around Peyton.
Edgerrin James.
Okay, and they won a Super Bowl. Okay, so now, what do I know about Bill Polian? I got to know him a little bit, worked with him at ESPN. And what was my first big clash with Bill on the air? It wasn't over a black quarterback. It was over a white quarterback named Tim Tebow, who also shattered the mold. He was not your conventional 6'5" drop back passer, right? So Bill Polian told me on the air early in that 2011 season in which Tim finally got his chance to start for your Broncos. You know it well.
I do.
Remember what happened? They're 1-4, dead in the water with Kyle Orton, a quarterback, in the new regime featuring John Elway and John Fox at coach. They finally said, let's throw Tim Tebow into this dumpster fire and let's get it over with, and you know the rest of the story. They win the division, win a playoff game. So early in that year, I had Bill Polian on our show on ESPN, and he said, he went so far as to say, Tim Tebow is not even a quarterback. He's John Riggins. Now, this is old school reference that you know, but John Riggins was a running back, Hall of Fame running back for the Washington Redskins, and he was 6'2", 235-ish, somewhere in there. He was 100, I don't know if they call it the 100 meters or 100-yard dash in Kansas in high school.
100-yard dash.
It was the 100.
You could have told Tim Tebow to switch his position. Anybody could. Tim Tebow ain't had the arm to be to be able to play quarterback in the league. He got the running skill set to play a running back position. He'd have been a good running back for a team. Only reason he got them lucky wins off because you ain't had no tape on him. After a while, when you got tape on him, the true colors came out. You could have said he could have played running back or something, because he run like a running back. He wasn't a quarterback that had the arm or the be able to sustain to be a quarterback in the league, but he could play at a running back position. Like that's what he did to win all them games and throw a few freaky throws. Other than that, they could have told him to switch a position at quarterback. I mean, to be a running back. But when you tell someone he should switch a wide receiver, when he got the tools to do it. Lamar Jackson is like another Michael Vick for this era. And he landed into the right team that helped him be successful. But I'm saying, they could have told Tim Tebow that back then, switch your position to be a running back. They know he wasn't going to be a quarterback that's going to be in this league forever. And he would probably switch to running back, he could have been in the league forever. But other than that, you can't tell no one they can't play QB. I can't tell Tebow he can't play no QB. At the end of the day, he's still successful. He's doing all other things. But you could have told him he could have played running back. Switch his position.
Dash, and he won the state championship, and he was a hurdler. He was a stud athlete with speed. And I told Bill, number one, Tim doesn't even belong in the same breath with John Riggins as a runner. You know, like as a runner, Tim's more of a tank. You know, he's like a fullback runner. A little bit of shiftiness, but not, he doesn't have that kind of speed. What did he run? I think at the baseball tryout or the showcase. Didn't he run?
They ran the 60 though. They don't run the 40.
I don't think he ran the 40. But he just runs okay. He's like average speed for his size. And Tim's like 245, 250. Okay. So I said, no, Bill. He's shattering the mold. You got to let him run his college offense, and he can win with his college offense because the deeper he gets into the game, the more accurate he gets because he'll just sort of will the ball to his receiver late in the game, which he continued to do game after game after game. Okay. So again, just for the record, I was taking him on because he was saying that a white quarterback should be playing running back. You know, he shouldn't even be playing quarterback, just for the record. Now, back to this, it did take a big man to stand up and just say, hey, I swung and missed on this one. Yes, because if you look, like to your point, and again, I'll be the first to admit, I didn't love Lamar's chances coming out, neither did you, but I liked it, and I liked where they got him because I thought there won't be great amount, you know, they didn't take him second overall, so the pressure will be less on him, right?
Right, somewhere between 15 and Skip, if he'd have gone to 50, I mean, but to say the man should switch, Skip saying, okay, I wouldn't take him in the top 10, or I wouldn't take him in top 15, but if you want to say somewhere between 20 and 25, 20, 30, okay, but to say the man should switch position?
So when you look at the Heisman year, he threw for 3,500 yards, which is extraordinary. It was 30 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, but he ran for 21 touchdowns. That's like big-time running back numbers on top of really very good throwing numbers. So you could just see the yards pile up, and to your point, the next year was slightly better across the board.
And we remember the game against Clemson, he and Deshaun Watson.
They hooked up, They went back and forth.
That might have been the second-best game between Deshaun Watson and Alabama.
And again, Lamar did come up small at the end of that game. He had 4 chances to try to score down close, remember, but whatever. Again, Deshaun is really special as a closer of football games. But the point is, Lamar doesn't look that pretty when he throws it. It just gets where it's supposed to go. He is really accurate. And plus, he can really process fast, and he makes the right choices because his college coach was Bobby Petrino, who coached big-time football in the NFL,
He was Mike Vick. Mike Vick rushed for 1,000 yards and had a great season. I think 1 year. I think he played 1 year.
And Bobby Petrino, can he coach passing game offense? You better believe he can.
Did he coach Mike Vick? Did he have Mike Vick for the season?
It didn't last very long.
You know what? He might have didn't. I think he might have came the year Vick got in that trouble.
But whatever. But remember,
he's really good. He's really good with quarterbacks. So he got the right kind of teaching early. And Ozzie Newsome left, what a parting gift he left his franchise, right? But what did John Harbaugh say? Instead of trying to find Peyton Manning, let's find a guy and we build the offense around him. Skip, don't you think everybody want a Peyton Manning? Sure, I would like to have a guy that throws for over 70,000 yards and 500 plus touchdowns and go to 4 Super Bowls and win 5 MVP. That's what I'm looking for.
And did I have a big problem with Denver replacing Tim Tebow with Peyton Manning? Nope. No, come on. Seriously?
Exactly.
And then what happened? History happened.
Exactly.
Right?
I'm sure everybody wants that. I'm sure Coach Belichick wants another Tom Brady. But those some guys, Skip, only those comes along once in a